Before the advent of TV, people really enjoyed reading books. Using their imaginations, they had to visualize the action. In their minds, they constructed the character's appearance, the setting, and the storyline taking place. Through their habit of reading, they were forced to use their imaginations just to enjoy the book. Now, instead of reading, people just drop on the couch, turn on the tube, and try to stay awake. Their imaginations have become lazy by lack of use. They're just mindlessly viewing the program, however it plays out. We have to be cautious not to approach life like we watch TV. We should be scriptwriters and not just viewers watching life happen. Instead of focusing only on goal setting, which can be compared to your life's broad outline, let's talk today about your life script and the instrument that you'll need to author it. The pencil that we'll discuss is your imagination, which is your ability to erase what currently is and to author what will be. Use your imaginations to film a mental visual image of you reaching your goals. Repetitively watch that movie until it becomes more real to you than your current situation. An obstacle to us using our imaginations productively is a misunderstanding of the definitions of pride and humility. Most of us were taught as children not to behave arrogantly or pridefully. Because of this, we feel uncomfortable when we think, well, even about ourselves. I like the definition of Rick Warren's book, The Purpose-Driven Life. Rick says, humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. In other words, humility is not maintaining negative thoughts about yourselves, but making room in your thoughts for the needs of others. Another obstacle in using our imaginations positively is how we are trained from childhood. Many parents, educators, and employers train on the negative side. For example, I have a Shetland sheepdog named Shadow. For example, when she was 2 years old, I realized she didn't even know her name. She apparently thought her name was No. In other words, I usually communicated to her negatively through the use of the word no, even more than her own name. We have to guard against doing this. In the same way, most of us our training comes from instructors telling us what not to do. We identify and feel more comfortably with negativity. We have become more practiced using our imaginations on the negative side because of our upbringing. Most of us have a very active imagination on the negative side. It's called worry. Also, having a negative mindset is very dangerous because our minds are so thoroughly trained to think negatively, we begin to see ourselves performing poorly in almost every situation. When this situation arises, we recall those mental images of us failing, and then we act accordingly. Thinking negatively causes us to replay past failures over and over again in our minds, which engraves in our minds what we actually don't want to do and or to happen. We can overcome a negative mindset. First, we need to lighten up on ourselves, forgive ourselves when we do fail, ask God to forgive us, and then to dismiss it from our minds altogether. If you've messed up, be honest, ask forgiveness from others if needed, ask God for forgiveness, then move on. Don't carry today's failures into tomorrow or play those mistakes over and over again in your mind. Next, learn to celebrate your victories. It's okay to replay over and over again the things that you did really well. In fact, this is a great practice to have. Remember, the reason that you might feel odd doing this is that you're overcoming a negative mindset. A negative mindset keeps you from setting your goals and completing your life script. After all, a negative mindset will only take the position that when you don't achieve your goal, that you'll only feel bad. This is a reason that so few of us cultivates good relationships with successful people. We can't envision ourselves duplicating their results. I say, make a decision to replace your negative thought patterns with positive ones. Set your goals and live your dreams. Rehearse them over and over again in your minds, just like reading a good book about you. Remember, what's real in you will be real to you. Don't merely float downstream as you're helplessly watching life like a TV show. Pick up your mental oars and row. Your oars are your imaginations and your goals. Only by using them will you reach your destiny. Rowing upstream is difficult because you're paddling against the current. However, just like anything else, your mental muscles will strengthen with use. Staying with it, that's what's required. Stay with it to the end. You won't be sorry. You'll be saved. Jesus, the Son of God, said this in Luke 23:19 in the Message Bible. That's Luke 23:19 in the Message Bible.